sports mean to you and what is the significance of Olympics?
Okay, sports for me is very important because I feel everyone should have an all-round development. So not only academics, they have to also be mentally and physically fit. Plus, a lot of kids, when they don't get into sports or any physical activities, then they kind of go into the wrong line and they go into the wrong direction, like getting into drugs and cigarettes and alcohol and things like that because they don't utilize their time well. And Olympics, for me, I think Olympics is a great platform for people from all countries, even small countries which you would never have even heard of, like Prince Charles Island, for them to take part in an international event. So I think it just gives people an opportunity to shine, to showcase their talent.
Okay, thank you, Auntie. Auntie, one more question. You are a mother. What, according to you, is the role of sports in children's upbringing, and how do you draw inspiration from Olympics in your day-to-day life of children's life?
Okay. So first of all, as I said, sports is a very important part of a child's education. So it's not just not academics, as I said. They have to, when they're playing the sport, they learn so much more. They learn teamwork, they learn strategy, they learn how to be disciplined, right? Because sports is about discipline. It also teaches them to be mentally strong, physically fit, but also sports is a lot to do with mental strength, right? So it's all part and parcel of education. You have to have academic education as well as your physical education, sport, working as a team, knowing knowing what your weaknesses, what your strengths are, and how to improve yourself. So I think for my kids, I definitely encourage them to play sports. They play a sport every day because they need that. First of all, they need that vent for their energy. As I said, it's a great way of channelizing all that energy that they have in the right direction, and it teaches them a lot, right? Yeah. And in my daily life, yes, it's from the Olympics. You learn about, you use them as inspiration for mental strength, to achieve, to be determined. They have worked very hard to reach there, and most of the people that you see in the Olympics, they don't come from rich backgrounds. Most of them, notice, are from small villages, and they've worked really hard. Their families have sacrificed a lot, so it teaches us sacrifice. It teaches us determination, leadership. So we use all that in our daily life.
Okay. Thank you, Auntie.
Thank you.
Auntie. Good morning, Uncle.
Morning, Vida.
Uncle, you have served the armed forces and you are a pilot and also a health enthusiast. Please tell me about the perspective on Olympics.
Olympics is not something which is there to see as such. It is an event, Vida, which everybody looks forward to. And this is something which gets the best out of individuals, gets the best out of countries, gets the best out of any community. So this is something which everybody looks forward to, because making a mark in the Olympics, every nation, every individual vies for. And this is an ongoing process which has been there for more than a century, and it happens every 4 years. So this is an event which everybody looks forward for participation.
How has sports and Olympics helped you in your career?
But it may not have helped me directly in my career, but I remember during my school days, we used to sit down, we didn't have any TV, etc. But we used to note down who's come first in 100 meters, who's the fastest man, what has India done in hockey, or which country has scored the medals, got the maximum gold medals. So these were certain things which became landmark in one's life, and it was always a matter of pride that yes, we, that means individually and collectively, that as a nation we must do well. So this has been an ongoing flame or a spirit which has continued with me for a period of time. Maybe in my memory for the last 40 years, my living memory, I remember Olympics very distinctly. Way back at least from 1972, the Munich Olympics. That's what it has been. I remember 72, the massacre which took place in Delhi. So those are things which have been impressed. They have been something which have come into my mind.
Do you find Olympics significant in today's time?
It remains very significant even today. Why? Because the sports, athletics, whatever it is, those things have always remained. You know what is the motto of Olympics? It's
Faster, higher, stronger.
faster, higher, stronger. These mottos, these particular aspects have not diminished over a period of time. So there, everybody, be it a computer knowledge, be it anything, you want to be faster, you want to be better than before. So Olympics definitely did try and imbibe those spirits in people. And I'm sure it will keep on imbibing till the time human beings who have certain sense, but they are not computerized. Till the time human beings are humans, this particular aspect will always be.
Thank you. Good morning, Nidhi. Good morning. How is Olympics inspiring for women in this time?
For women, it's very inspiring because I think in today's world, women are proceeding towards sports, an arena which is generally associated with men only. So it is very inspiring because we see women winning more medals than men are doing. However, it is also a reminder that you should, that our country, India, really needs to work on the sports aspect, because women are still differentiated on the basis of their gender in every field. Therefore, it is important that women should be given equal chances.
Have you ever been motivated by Olympics?
Personally, I haven't done a lot of sports, but it is motivating to see that women can go to every field, that they can succeed in every field that they can get hands on. So, also that, and also I think Olympics has been, it's been associated with national pride. So it develops those patriotic feelings in you as a citizen of India, and I think every country wants to do well in that place.
What can be done to promote women in Indian sports?
Firstly, all the sports apart from cricket, which are termed as, I think cricket is the most famous sport in India. So one of the major things that our country needs to do is to focus on other sports too. For example, the boxing department was almost banned from the Olympics, right? But it is important that we give equal importance to every sport, and also we do not differentiate between the genders. That is, if equal money or equal development is going into men's sports, then it should be done equally, and equal steps should be taken to promote it for women too. I think that is about it, and we should get over our obsession of only cricket, and we should move to other sports too, because all the other sports can be as much fun as cricket.
Good evening, Baba. So
Good evening, son.
I would like to interview you about Olympics.
Yeah, tell me.
First question: what draws you to Olympics?
What draws me to Olympics is sports. From my childhood, I was always a sports enthusiast. I used to play different games, and being a keen reader of sports, I found that India was highly, highly placed in hockey. So I was always fan, and I always seen Olympics as a 4-yearly pilgrimage of sports. It inspires me how people prepare themselves for 4 years. Single-minded devotion. They look after themselves. They try to win their sport, and it takes 4 years of unstinted devotion and a lot of hard work.
Thank you. Second question: What is Olympics to you?
As I was just telling you, Olympics for me is a 4 yearly pilgrimage. Anybody who watches Olympics, even if you don't participate, when you watch sports people, you understand their hard work, their efforts. So you try to do the same in your own field of work. Also, Olympics is the one thing which gives countries, the human people, a chance to prove their capacities. A man gets a chance to show himself he can win anything. And he can run faster than anything, he can jump higher, he can jump longer, he can do anything. There is nothing which he cannot achieve.
Okay. Third question. Do you find Olympics significant in today's time?
Yes, very much. Olympics gives an opportunity to smaller nations, those who have very limited facilities to perform, like Kenya, like a lot of African nations, they don't have anything, but they have long distance runners which come to the Olympics. We come to know about those countries. Likewise, many people in our small states, they know that if they run faster than anybody else, they can make a name for themselves in India and they can represent India in Olympics. Olympics today is very much visible in modern times. See, it is my dream to see you in Olympics playing golf. That's why I try to encourage you to play golf. You might play Olympics, you might not play Olympics, but at least you are putting your best efforts. So this is what Olympics is all about: putting your best effort, putting your sincere effort, and not thinking about winning all the time. It is about participation.